Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our third lesson, lesson 3. In this lesson, we'll go through LO3 learning outcome 3. My name is Anjum Satar and my email address anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Please, if you have any question, drop me email on my email address. So we'll start. So today lesson we'll go through LO3. Before starting this lesson, we'll first recap what we learned during our previous two lessons. So in first lesson, we discuss about be able to develop proposal for a work-based team. We discuss about project. We discuss about project team. We discuss forming, norming, and storming in terms of document team building. We discuss identify the objective of the project. We said objective mean the end result. We discuss smart objective, how we can set the smart objective. We propose the way to monitor the project, and we discuss the benefit of the project in terms of the organization. We discuss lesson 2. We be able to plan work-based team project, and we discuss propose the project management methodologies. We discuss different methodologies we can use to make the project successful. Plan the activities. We discuss about different role responsibility in a team, how we can set the team role and responsibilities, and we discuss about the importance of the team building, and we discuss about the functional team, metrics team, and different sort of the teams. We discuss milestone in a project life cycle. We discuss each stage, what can be sort of milestone. We discuss about resources, what type of resources required, labor, material, money, and those. And we discuss about the risk, in the last lesson as well. So explain the quality assurance. We discuss about the quality assurance, why is important in projects. So today lesson 3, and in this lesson we'll go through again be able to implement the plan for a work-based team project. So identify the plan, lodging activity. What activity can we lodge? Those are the crucial activity for the project. Manage the risk. How we can manage the risk and how we can make the decision. And then we discuss about manage the quality control, how we can manage the quality and what is meant by the quality. All this will be focused today discussion. So we'll move. We have a inductive contents, which is lesson 3. Inductive contents implement. We need to track the activities to complete. How we can track, different ways to track risk and issues of management. We'll discuss what are the risks, how we can contingent planning, mitigation, management risk, and we'll discuss about quality, what is meant by quality, and how we can manage the quality. So all this will be focused today lesson. Please, if you have any question, drop the email. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Today lesson we have sort of the command verb, all these given. So please, when you prepare your assignment, so we need to be focused. So please, before starting this lesson, you always, it's good to be, we can look around on the ranking scale, where we up to, what sort of knowledge we have, our ability. If we don't have that knowledge, we try to be improve it, and we can look around, how much we can move forward from next scale to next scale. So that's we need to look around. Okay, next now, I carried out a plan of lodging activity. So when you lodge or design activity, so we need to be look around in the planning and organization. This is the detailed identification of the assessment task, including definition of the governance process. What is meant by governance? How will be responsible what? So governance is very important, because sometimes the conflict starts. We're saying, we're not responsible. I'm not responsible for this activity within a team project. So governance. So set the clear role, clear goal. And we can say clear goal, clear, come on, clear goals, clear objectives, clear roles. We can say roles and responsibility. Who is responsible, and clear control system. So all this we need to be planned. So implementation and monitoring to ensure the project activities are properly executed and controlled. Although the process of the continuous verification will have occurred and final acceptance process will take place. So we need to look around completion and evaluation. So we need to look around the task being complete. We need to look around because the plan and control is side by side. So control we need to place. So control mean corrective action. Evaluate. We set the deadline. We achieve our activity. So let's say construction project, whatever we are doing. For suppose construction project we have. So you need to think about. We set 10 days to spend on first for basement. So basement will be prepared in 10 days. So we need to look around in 10 days. What my start date, what was my finish date, and what will be the key activity even within the base. How much cement, how much digging, how much uh, steel are the metals will be used. So all this we need to be look around. We go back and we can see is it we finish in 10 days and whatever the standard we set it, is it we meet that standard or not? Okay, next. A project usually start with the idea. So first of all, when you plan, you need ideas. You need different ideas, and we need to arrange the brainstorming meeting. So even if the perhaps could be some kind of car sharing project, get more people into work when they are tube strike. So maybe we can look around. Turner has the author name is a Turner. He mentioned the develop one called the seven process model, which is organized in the less linear ways, and then so we can look around those models, and that will help. So we can look around if we look the project. So these are the planning stages in the project. So these are all we need to be followed. So we can look around when we plan the project detailed plan. So you look around the evaluation, look the quality plan for this dissemination or how we disment exact and sustainability plan, an overview of project, and what are the resources required. So all this we need to be plan these activities within a project planning, and we need to be control evaluation processes in place. We already discussed in other LO as well. Program evaluation review technique is very important at planning stage. So PERT is called program evaluation review techniques is very important in the success of the PA. So we can look around for suppose the different tasks in a logical order. So we can look around in the logical order, expect the duration of the each task and the start date of the project. The software program will create the diagram, which we can show is per diagram. So we can go through the next slide and that we'll see if we want to cook a food, that's our project for suppose start, cook meal, set table, which we can do the parallelly. So we not extra resources required for this or extra time. 30 minutes to cook, and within that 30 minutes we can set the table, then 15 minutes to eat, and it takes 45 minutes to cook and eat the food and finish our project as a food. So this way we can look around and we can design the activities. Some can be a parallel activities we can do, like you kept the food to cook and you can do other activities with it. So it's sometimes we call multitasking. Yes. Gantt chart is quite useful to look around what activities and the date. So we can say week 1, week 2, week 3. So my week start. So I finish my suppose is a basement, walls, and roofing in 2 to 3 weeks. 2 weeks will be takes. Then we go to tiling will takes, and then activity. So we can look around how many weeks we can complete our project construct for suppose any sort of construction. So depends. It can be more than 7 weeks, but this the Gantt chart meant by to show and plan the activity, go back and review it and evaluate it. That's our activities. Anybody any question? So I set up the activity for you here. So think about identify the list of the criteria might be important when choosing a project. So maybe we can look around the cost, we can look around the architectural merit that can be time before the completion is crucial for you, additional space provided, energy saving design use local contractor, car parking. All this is within the project. We can look around the project, and then we can you do the priority. So if we have a three option project A, B, C, so maybe cost is project A is number three. So I'm doing ranking for this. Architect is number two. The time is also is a third priority. Ranking three, we giving space is the ranking two because space is very important. Energy is very important because energy cost is going. That's the ranking one. That will be my first priority when I'll deal with energy activities. Local contractor, so I'll find the local contractors. Car parking is my ranking, and the project B, maybe your costing is the first priority. So it's carry on. It's each activity, each project can be your activities vary, and your ranking can be vary. That's the main purpose of this activity to go through. If you have any question, please drop me email, or if you just chat in the chat box, please. Okay, so then mental stages of cycle. He said about when we start up the project, managers select the team. So team selection, right people, right work, right job at the right place. Resource allocated. If you don't give the right resource, so they're not going to meet the deadline. If you don't have a three M's, man, money, and material, you're not giving them the resources those are required to complete. So work program or drop. So that can be a slow. In the middle phase of the project, the work get underway and the resources are deployed. That can be a quick, slow. So ending phase, when you close it, maybe you slow down the work because you need to make sure is you are meeting up to the quality or not. So progress slow and drawing the project together, and the final task, maybe disproportionate the time. So we can look around slow, quick, and slow approach in the project planning stage. So closing project, this is very important. No doubt is the planning and the control is and the closing stage is work together. So projects cover the project manager's work and wrap up the project either at its end premature and the close and allow the control to the close the project. So we can look around the project initiation documents. So those documents, whatever we generate, customer satisfaction with the delivery, maintain the formal acceptance of the delivery, make the recommendation of the follow on action, and capture the lesson resulting. So what lesson being learned from this project? So the knowledge and the reflection is very important in the project planning. So maybe this project not went or we not deliver on, or maybe the quality was we not 100% was, but we keep in mind the next time. So we can learn from it and we can do and rectify the things. So next are assessment criteria which we are looking. We're looking now 3.2, managing risk and issues identified during the project. Nothing is decision taken. So risk and contingency. So what is meant by risk? Risk is probability of happening something. It may be that your project will depend on the external circumstances, which is political, economic, social, and technological environment. We call pest your control. For example, you have heard there is about to change the legislation. There are affect your activities. Perhaps the new legislation for the construction company. So 10% or 20% of houses should be solar panels. So we need to look around those. Are we meeting? This is the risk. The cost will go up. But ultimately, in the long run, if we are contributing and we are looking the social responsibility, social accounting, so to environmental contribution as well. So all we need to be look around risk and contingencies, contingent plan. So second plan, if this happen, what you will do? If this happen, what you will do? Okay, project risk is a combination of the profit or the likelihood or the adverse happening, the consequences. Identify the risk. So first of all, you need to identify the risk. What risk can be? Think about the price can be go up, labor can be go on strike, material shortage can be happen, supplier can't deliver you, the sponsor maybe not issue the money, or the and ultimately your project can be in the middle and not complete well in time. So that's all we need to look around, and we have to measure the risk. The risk is very, very important. So we can look around the cost, time, and insufficient skill of the performance, inaccurate cost schedule or estimate. So these are all the risk can be leads to the project. and we have to well identify and we have to make the counter plan for it. So assessing risk, not all the risks are the same, should be treated in the same way. You should identify the risk can be, of course, there is a rain risk, there is a labor risk, but some risk can be high, some risk can be low, some risk is quantitative, some risk is qualitative. So probabilities can be high and we can qualitatively rank them as a 5. So consequences, it can be low, qualitative, and consequences in quantitative wise can be high. So we can look around low and high risk and then we can rank them and we can look around these consequences. Is a 5 is a high or low? We can look around these and we can rank them accordingly. So companies maintain the risk register for the project. We can say this register maintained for this project and what are the areas of risk and what strategies will in place. So like if we have a currency fluctuation, so hedging approach in a deal with the foreign currency, so we can hedge it so our currency in exchange rate will be stay the fixed instead of flexible. So different probabilities and we can use the strategies to encounter. So these registered we can use. So project risk is a combination of the probability of the likely adverse event happening with the consequences impact. If did the risk assessment project is a process, identify the risk, assess the level of the risk is a high, low, medium, and green amber are different, reg approach we can use red, amber, and green. So these, the reg approach we can use or any other approach, different approaches we can use color scheme. So identify the risk. There are the number of different ways can look at types of the risk you may be encountered in the project. So for example, you can look at the potential risk associated with and different phases of the project, including design, implement, planning, implementation, and control that stakeholder involved the project, the resources you need for the project, and the time, people, money, and material, and all these we need to look around. Risk and the milestone is very important. A good starting point, your milestone planning, is very important. What are the key things we need to keep in mind? Cohen and Plummer is noted they are the experience of the major sources of the project risk or the engineering or the construction project. We can look around the scope and we can look around what errors and what consequences can be. That's all leads to be success and the failure of the project. Okay, control risk. We sometimes we have a control risk. If too much control in place, that can be a risk as well. So risk or assess should be placed on the priority order and control. The control is the question is the mitigating the risk by having a contingency plan should be risk materialized. So we can look around the contingency planning. Note for suppose staff on strike or staff fail, what will do? We have agency arrangement in place to hire the staff. That can be example of contingent planning. So advocate risk. We can putting these control into the risk documentation. For example, record the village hall project running over time. So in a building phase and have a time link penalties, parameters that building contractor and taking in account of the reasonable force to measure, we can look around to help to mitigate the risk. So we can look around if you don't finish the work on time, there will be a 10% penalty on whatever your fees will be, whatever the cost will be. So we can, when we sign with the construction contract with the construction company or the builder, so these things we can include in our. Okay, next we area of discussion we looking the quality. So any company's performance you want to measure any project, you need time, cost, and quality. So quality is very important. So final section of the guide to do with the control rather than the planning method. You will look this way is the managing the stakeholders and their wish, time, cost, and quality. So always important. So control is important because we the control and we looking here the quality. What is your standard you set in the planning and the project evaluation review and the project evaluation and review is a part of the monitoring and control and back and look at the whole project what we look back and do. So what is the quality? We are all the consumer consider what is the quality. So do you know what are the international recognized definition of quality? So you need to know because the quality, the degree to which the set of inherent characteristics. fulfill the requirement inherent. So we, what sort of the quality you expect under IAS 9000? What you say, same thing you do, and you have a documentary evidence for it. It's all about ISO. So what is about the quality? The concept of quality applied to the product and services. The quality may be scales. The characters say quality should be enhanced to the needs of the customer. Quality mean meeting the product. I added good few slides on quality. Those will help you. So manufacturing organization, they look the quality because the quality is very important for the future project as well, not just for the success of this project, but the future project as well. So we need to look around. So manufacturing organization conform to the specification, performance, reliability, features, durability, and serviceability. Service sector organization, tangible factor and intangible consistency, so we can look around responsiveness to customer, courtesies and the friendliness. We need timeline and the promptness and the atmosphere. All this is very important to be make. So under quality and training emphasis, so early 90s was the more focus on the inspection. Then 1940 statistical sampling technique been used. In 1960 more quality focus. So we, and now customer driven quality is both in the quality product and the quality services really matters. You may, if you focus on the one, you're not going to be. So we need to look around the quality control, quality assurance, and total quality. So the TQM is the total quality management, not on the one area. Quality and the organization charging to the focus on the quality has allowed the application of the quality concept and the manufacturing a much wider range of the organization. Quality is increasingly defined the term of the customer. So quality is come to regard as the business strategy. So cost cut. If you cost cut the quality, we need to quality initiative can be used to streamline the operation, cut costs, expand market shares. So we need to be what quality is important, why quality is important. So good quality help determine the firm's success in the number of ways. Customer loyalty, strong brand reputation, retailers want stock as the product perceive better values for the money, and fewer return at the replacement, and attracting and retaining staff, if we have a quality. So quality, you don't have to be, this survival is not the compulsory we advert. So quality system includes all the activity that contribute the quality. So you need a product quality depend on the many variable like caliber of the component, material used, design, production, maintenance, experience production, and staff available ability. So then we look at the OCM is the quality management system is organize the structure of the responsibility of the activities, and that's together provide the procedures and the method and implementation to ensure the capability of an organization to meet the quality. So QMS is well consist of the documented rule and procedures and instructions prepared in the accordance with the agreed standards. So they are stated the quality manual as well as the associated course. So we can look around OQMS. So analyze, plan, decide, and check and revise. So that's all we need to do to meet this standard of the quality. So what we need to do, we need to analyze your business by breaking down the key areas. These tend to be, and we need to crucial customer satisfaction. Senior staff should be determine the needs of the business and design the system. Plan your approach to decide whether the resources need are discussing the effectiveness of the existing processes with the staff. Decide, the new processes necessary and tell the staff about the them, providing training, and check the processes are working by appointing someone responsible for the system. Revise the processes where they necessary. Continue. Okay, quality guru. These are the all the authors. Those are wrote. The water they were contributed to understand the process of the quality and develop and the concept of statistical. So these are the different quality models developed by these authors. So it's good to know their name. Those will help. So the zero defect approach, which is Japanese approach. You maybe has about is cover. So develop the cause and effect diagram. So this is the cause. If you spend more money, what will be your quality should be. So cause and effect. you're cutting the this, if you're not recruiting a poor selection, so that can be. So we can look around different perspective of the quality meeting expecting customer, and this guy Jer is focused on the fitness use product feature that meet the customer needs and the freedom from the deficiencies. And this guy is Cross. He mentioned more about the goodness, zero defect approach. Okay, Jurian definition and essential requirement of the product that is meet the need of the members and the society. So we call the quality, yeah. So we can look around this Jurians, we can look around other guys and define the quality product and the service define as the total composite of the product and the services characteristic that's based on the quality, not one thing. Quality customer, there need to be total approach of quality, not just one high quality achieved in the organization. Then Corby defined the quality is the conference of the requirement. So he different definition there. Actually, she defined the quality narrow in interpreted quality means the quality of the product. Broadly interpreted, the quality mean the quality of work or the quality of service. So we need to look around. The total control of quality is manifestation of our basic approach. So we can look around the cause and effect, and that's the approach is being. So we can look around the management, we can look around the method, we can look around the material, we can look around all. This is all focus on the quality. Okay, Damien, he also mentioned, the customer perspective, the only meaning, the definition, quality is which customer specified. So we need to be meet the customer expectation. So what is the meant by practical sense? So quality meets the requirement, quality focus on the requirement. Requirement must be in writing and requirement must be verified. That's all the. So tens of qualities. So quality is directed customer satisfaction. Mean needs the requirement. Quality applies to every product. Quality is profit. So in the project, we as a team project, we need to be focused. Quality is everybody's job. Quality is the good business practice. Quality is required. The focus on the people. Quality is achieved through the process improvement. Quality improvement is forever. So all this we need to be focused. Quality control, yes, we need to be control the quality. We should have an audit department that is normally is a control, which normally is focused. So quality control is very, very important in our organization. What we say, same thing we do, and we documentary. So now is the new concept is a TQM, is a total quality management approach. And in all areas, when you recruit the people, when you buy the material, every area you need to focus on the quality. So eight principle being given: the system, continuous improvement, mutual customer focus, leadership, involvement of people, processes, all areas you need to be look around to meet the quality. So TQM, we need a good communication between all the stakeholder to meet the quality. So concept of the TQ is all about, you need the concept of the customer focus and ideas. So all this is come under. So critical step is the training and retraining, clear process development, delegation. If we need to be delegate the role and the responsibility, all need to be look around in, because we are focusing on the total quality. Continuous professional development or continuous improvement is very important to improve the quality. So Japanese art writer Kazan, he give the continuous improvement approach, so that can be used. The cost of the quality, yes, the cost can be high, but we can look around the higher cost, ultimately. So we need to look around the cost and benefit analysis we have to do. And that's all about this. And I copy the link for you is to do and read the case study, which is quite good to read, and that will help you further enhance the project implementation planning, and the how the costing can be and the quality roles in the project. So that's all today lesson. If you have any question, please just drop me email on my email address anyum@ukversity.co.uk. So today lesson we learn about planning. So three areas we carried out: plan, risk and issues management, and we discuss about how we can manage quality in different sector, in different organization, different authors definition in different perspective. So all we discuss in detail. If you have any questions, just get back to me, and I hope so I'll speak to you during our next lesson. In this next lesson we'll go through LO4, which is learning outcome. So thanks for listening or attending, and please try to attend next lesson as well. Thank you. Bye bye.